Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So, today we're going to do something special. Today we're going to be talking about solar power, especially solar power in space exploration. Now, if you've ever played a vanilla game of Factorio, you do know that there is an optimal ratio for solar panels to accumulators. However, if you play Krastorio 2 and space exploration, or if you play space exploration in general, you might notice that that standard calculation might not apply to the solar panels we have available in this game. Main reason is, if we take a look at this, we get up to 4 different solar panels. We get the advanced solar panel, we get the flat solar panel, and then the flat solar panel Mark II and Mark III. And these over here, they do make a nice amount of power. Then not only that, we have got different planets with different sizes and different times for the day-night cycle. If we go over here to Novice, that is the standard Factorio day over here. But if we go, for example, over to this planet, it is, I think, twice as long. And if we go over to Turkman, it might be even 3 times as long. You're not quite sure how long this is or how much of a direct factor it is. But definitely day-night cycles, they do change quite a lot depending on the planet where you are. And not only that, also the amount of solar power efficiency changes. So our solar panels that we have, they might be more or less effective as well. Good. And in addition to that, of course, we also have different accumulators. So we got a whole bunch of factors we need to calculate in how we can calculate the optimal amount of solar panel. Now, of course, one option would be to just completely ignore solar power and just go with a nuclear power plant. Most of the time, that is probably the best answer, but not always, especially if you have a planet like this. Euclides over here. Euclides over here is waterless. That means if we want to run any kind of water-based power planet over there, we will need to have to import our water. Now, we could do that. We do that over here on Turkman, and it works pretty well. But I don't really want this one over here, which also has biter meteors, to be dependent on a water delivery. I want this one over here to be dependent on a static system, a static solar panel system that just sits there and works regardless of the state of water or not. Because if for whatever reason we don't manage to bring over water, the power planet will stop. And once the power planet stops, then that would also mean the orbital asteroid cannons or the meteor cannons stop. And once those stop, we will have a massive, massive issue. Now, I just kind of thought to myself, wait a minute, I can actually do this even better. If we just want a meteor point defense planet-wide, we could just make a orbital platform, put some solar panels there, and just put the guns there. It will be fine. That will work forever, actually. That is definitely an option. But I'm already gung-ho and already knees-deep in preparation for showing you how we can calculate solar. So let's do that. If we might not end up doing that, but an orbital asteroid cannon is probably better than a ground-based one that requires some solar panels and day-night cycle. Nevertheless, let's dig in deep. So, if we have a look over here, this over here is the optimal calculation for solar panels based, or solar and accumulators based on vanilla tech. This magnificent insert over here, named Saya, sorry about that, made this article pretty long ago, about 8 years ago, and did the optimal calculation for solar panels. Now, I'm not going to go into the depth over here. We're not going to be sinking deep into this. Because if you want to read this up yourself, you can read it up yourself. We are going to scroll right down to the result, and the result is over here. This over here is the optimal calculation for solar panels to accumulators ratio. And it even comes with the example, all the values over here, these are values that we have. For example, O over here, that is the output of a solar panel. C over here, that's the capacity of a accumulator. T1 is the amount of daytime we have. Every standard Factorio day is half a day of full brightness. T2 is the amount of nighttime we have. Every Factorio day is 10% of full nighttime. And T3 over here, that's the in-between time, dusk and dawn. We've got 2 of those. All of these add up to 1 because that's the full Factorio day. And of course, we got the full Factorio day, which is over here. Good, and we could just calculate this over here real quick. I did actually prepare for once an actual calculator. You can actually see on screen for once. And we could just hammer these numbers in, and we will see that we will get to this result. Now, interestingly enough, we are only going to do a partial calculation over here. And you're going to have to trust me a bit. Or actually, maybe let's just calculate it on screen real quick. Now then again, this one over here, this one doesn't really show in between steps. It's a terrible calculator, to be perfectly honest, but it gets the result done. Nevertheless, we can see this big bracket part over here. This is a constant. Regardless on which planet you are, this over here is always a constant value. Always, 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 always. And if you calculate that value, you will get to a result of 0.168. I'm just going to call this the Factorio day-night constant. And then over here, we got the second step. This over here is the time of the day. 25,000 ticks is the full day of a Factorio day. If we go over here and just clear this over here, and we divide 25,000 by 60, because the game is running at 60 frames per second, we get 416.666667 seconds for a full Factorio day. Now, if we divide that by 60, we get that result in minutes, and we get 6.944444 minutes. If we go back to the game and we have a look at the Universe Explorer and we go over to Novus, we will see over here that the day-night cycle over here is 6.9444 minutes. So that is the exact Factorio day. So now we know which value we have to change. For example, if we would be on Turkman, when we have a day-night cycle of 20.45, that is the exact value we need to change. Now, for this one over here, we would have to do the reverse calculation to get back into ticks, because the game operates in ticks. The whole calculation is done in ticks. So we will have to do this in reverse. We could do that over here, for example, but maybe we just do it over here for Euclides. Euclides over here also has a weird number over here, so we could do that. Nevertheless, let's go back to the calculation. And let me open up this thing again. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that is over here. And over here, we got the solar power output and the accumulator charge. Now, solar panel output over here in vanilla Factorio is 60, and the accumulator charge is 5,000. In, of course, space exploration, it is different. If we have a look at it, we will see that we have a value. Actually, I have some on me. Actually, I've got the solar panel on me. The solar panel has 100 kilowatts of output, and the accumulator has 10,000 megajoules of energy. Good, good, good. So if we would do the full vanilla calculation, or the full vanilla calculation for Novus, we would not get this result. We would get a similar result. We get then, let's just clear everything over here. We get 0.168. That is the front factor over here, times 25,000. Divide that by 60 for the full day. And then we multiply that by our solar panel output, which is 100, divided by the accumulator charge that we have, which is 10,000. And we get 0.7. So if you want to use vanilla accumulators and vanilla solar panels, for every solar panel, you will have to place down 0.7 accumulators, or the other way around. Every 7 accumulators will net you 10 solar panels, and then you get the same result, or then you get like the perfect result for accumulators to solar. Now, we of course are going to be a little bit different. For example, the planet we are on, we now need to calculate the amount of ticks. So let's switch back over here real quick. We want to go to Euclides. Euclides has 13.75 minutes day-night cycle. So if we go back to the calculation over here, there we go. So 13, let's clear everything. 13.75, that's in minutes. So we multiply that by 60. So we get seconds. That is actually the exact calculation we need over here. That is 825 seconds. We multiply that by our 0.168. And we multiply that by 100 divided by 10,000. And we will get... Well, that's probably not correct. Typo! What do we get? 13. Okay, clear everything. Yeah, that's the whole reason I don't really like this calculator, because I don't see what I actually calculate over here. There we go. And then multiply that by 0.168. That is good. And then multiply that by 10 divided. Well, actually it's 100 divided by 10,000. 10 divided by 1,000 should be the same result. Here we go. Is that correct? It feels like I'm missing a step, you know? One more time. One more time. Sorry about that. So, what was it? 12.75? Times 60. What's 12.75? Let me just check off here real quick. I'm just checking that in the background. 13.75. 13.75. Here we go. 13.75. Come on, game. Calculator, don't be shitty. 825 seconds in total. Then we multiply that by 0.168 and we get this magnificent value. And then we multiply that by 100 divided by 10,000. Yes, that is the correct value. So we made double sure. So if we want to make a full solar setup down there using vanilla solar panels and vanilla accumulators, we would need 1.386 accumulators per solar panel. Or for every 10 solar panels, we would need about, and we're just going to go with 14 accumulators. So that's already a different ratio. However, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. We're going back to the game. If I can open up the game, please. There we go. Thank you very much. We are going to use advanced solar panels. Now, advanced solar panels over here, they have 250 kilowatts of output. And when do we get the better accumulator? Better accumulators are not within sight yet. Well, they are technically, but still a little bit out there. But let's calculate with the better solar panel yet again. So we're going to do this one more time. Let's go over here. Let's go from here. So the calculation will be slightly different. We do know that we have 13.75 times 60. That is the amount of seconds we have. The front part will stay the same. That's going to be 0.168. There we go. So the front over here is still the same. The only thing that changes over here is the output of the solar panels. So we multiply this by 250 because that's the output of our solar panel. Technically, it's less. We could accurately calculate it, but I'm pretty sure that if we just start rounding it, we will see we will not see much of a difference. And then we get every solar panel. Per solar panel, we need 3.465 accumulators, which makes sense because the solar panels that we have are way more powerful. So we do need more accumulators to match them up. And we could just round this up to 3.5 and just close our eyes and go like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. So per 2 solar panels, we are going to need 7 accumulators on that planet to keep it running. Good. Now, I actually wanted to do this in some kind of arithmetic combinator system over here, but because the calculation uses quite a lot of floating points, quite a lot of small floating points, and the accumulators over here, or not the accumulators, the components over here, are not really well with floating point operations, things could become weird. We could, of course, shift it all by like 1 million and stuff like that, and hope that the calculation still will be fine, but I would rather use the calculator over there, and we will be done. Good. That means we need 2.7, 2 solar panels per 7 accumulators, and then we have a perfect system over there. Perfect. Good. However, next step. We are not making advanced solar panels yet. I've put the research in, and it turns out we are not doing optimization tech cards. We have never done those before. I think we thought about them for a while or something like that, and I'm not quite sure if we ever done them or not. But let's go over to our space platform real quick, and we're going to check out the accumulator, the optimization tech cards. Also, loud as hell. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I thought for sure I pressed the correct button there. Hey, you didn't miss anything. But yes, we want to make advanced solar panels over here, and advanced solar panels, of course, are not being made because we're missing our tech. There we go. And what we're missing over here are the optimization tech cards. Now, we've already set them up over here that they will be requested over here. And they're not being made. We can only make them in space. We can actually only make them in a space manufactory. So let's set it up. Let's see. What do we need for the optimization tech cards? We should have everything in place. We will need blank tech cards and optimization research data. And to make the optimization research data, we're going to need speed modules, heat shielding, immersite crystal, immersion plate, machine learning data, and a whole bunch of lubricant. And the first thing we're going to need to figure out is where do we keep our lubricant? We got some lubricant over here. I think we got some lubricant over here as well. Yes. And actually... Oh, never mind. Thank you, past me. I did set up a machine over here that will do that for us, and I think I've already also set up the request a strong box over here. So the only thing we need to do over here is to press this button, and well, that was a bit disappointing. Actually, we're not pressing this button. That is the wrong button to press. We are pressing this button. There we go, because that is the correct button to press. And then we rotate you around, and there we go. Good. Well, that was surprising. Was not expecting that. And then, of course, we will need you over there to make the optimization tech cards. There we go. There we go. And you need to order up the blank tech cards, yes, and you will need to order up the optimization research data. You just get like 50 of them or something like that. Good, 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 good. We're only waiting on the heat shielding. The heat shielding should be coming in any second now. And still loading up on things. It takes a second. It takes 0.1 of a second to do this recipe. This machine will be ludicrously fast. I'm not quite sure if this is perfectly balanced yet. There we go. Did you see it fly by? Was it maybe too fast for you? Ooh, that's a fast recipe. That's a very, very fast recipe. And then it all comes together over here. This one over here does take a little bit longer, but that is fine. And then we get ourselves our optimization tech. Okay, that was a little bit less complicated than I thought it would be. So I guess we are fine over here. Perfect. Good. Science is rolling. We just need to wait for this over here to finish up. We could also think about flat solar panels over here right away. We have everything available for that, but I don't think we need those right away. So, well, I guess we're going back down then. Yeah, put this one in. I should be able, if I just get in. Okay, it does still demand fuel. There we go. Go back to novice. Maybe try to land over here. There we go. And back down we go. Always nice if you like see a problem and you get over there to fix it, and then you realize past me already fixed it. Thank you so much, past me. Good. That was a quick excursion. Here, pick it up. Put it back in here. That should be fine. That should be fine. Good, 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 good. Now, some of you already in the comment section have already pointed out why I'm not doing a certain thing. We are doing it now. We are using the beryllium plate over here to make cargo rocket sections. We are using the iridium plate to make heat shields. Holmium is the thing that we need to make holmium wire. I'm not quite sure if we can make holmium wire yet. Could be, could be. But holmium wire is definitely also a thing we need to do. Are we making any of the immersite gears yet and stuff like that? Does not seem to be the case. We are definitely going to need to do some immersion processing. We could just set it up over here and start going over here. And I'm pretty sure we've got that unlocked. Yeah, we got it unlocked. We need to make immersion beams. We're definitely going to need that in the future. So bring like 100 of these, please. Actually, bring 200 because there is nothing in the machine yet. And we definitely want to make you faster and more productive. There we go. Yeah, more of this, please. Yeah, become faster, become more productive. There we go. Then we also definitely want to make immersion gear wheels. We're gonna need those as well. I'm just gonna copy over this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. How much do you need actually? You need... Yeah, that should be fine. It should be fine. There we go. Upgrade these. Get those. Anything else we can make over here in terms of immersion? Not yet. We can make AI. We can already make automation course. I thought this was AI course. I thought this was something else. We probably need more than this. I'm pretty sure we need more than this. I'm very much confident that we need more than this. So let's double down. And make sure that we make a whole hacking bunch of this stuff. There we go. There we go. And then all of this go in. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Then, of course, over here on the weapons department, I did make myself an SMG because the Tesla gun over here is kind of running out. And we can't do Tesla yet. We could focus down Tesla gun, of course, if we want to. But I don't really feel the need for that at the moment. We also have the battle dress over here. It's okay, I guess. It could be better. Problem is, and that's actually a bit of a problem. If we have a look at these laser machine gun sub-defenses over here, they do require like 6 megawatts of power to run. Now, I could, of course, run it on batteries, but it will still drain those batteries in like almost instantaneously. In the battle dress over here, we do have 2 personal reactors, but there is just not enough space for anything in there. There is just not enough space for anything in there. Maybe once we get to the next higher tier of power armor, maybe we can get more stuff in there. But for now, this is fine. Good, 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 good. Perfect. This episode today is probably also going out a little bit late. I'm very sorry about that. The hot potato kind of took it out on me a little bit. It was more intense than I thought it would be. It was an absolute blast. The hot potato raised up to $125,000 for Doctors Without Borders, which was an absolute great result. It's, I think, the best team result, and if you would compare it to the personal results of like single people that donated or single donations, then it is the second highest donation overall. And it was a lot of fun to partake in that. And I think this episode today will just be a little bit shorter. We talked about solar. We talked about what we can do to make solar better. I'm going to prepare solar panels over here. Next episode, we are going to go over to Euclides over here. We're going to liberate Euclides. It's not that hard to liberate over here, but the rocket over here is already prepared with artillery and some artillery shells. And we're probably also going to upgrade this over here with the better solar panels and stuff like that. We might also want to update this one with the better meteorite point defense. I'm still kind of thinking about just putting that 1 meteorite point defense in space. One thing we do need to think about that, can we shoot meteorite point defense ammunition in... No, we can't. If we could have shoot this in like a delivery cannon, it would definitely be a good thing to do. We could, of course, just fill it up with a ludicrous amount, an absolute ludicrous amount of meteor point defense installation ammo, and just let it sit. I'm thinking about it. And the more I think about it, the more I actually want to do it. For if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you meteorites do penetrate the atmosphere. So if you put one of those cannons in orbit, or to put it differently, the cannons down here will shoot the meteorites in orbit, and the meteorites, of course, first go into orbit and then they go down on planet side. So if you put your meteorite point defense cannon in the orbit section, you will be able to shoot it down before it even reaches the ground. And up here, we don't have any issues with solar power because these solar panels over here run 24/7. So we could actually make a little defensive satellite with a supply platform over here with a cargo landing pad or something like that. Technically, it would be better if we resupply it via spaceship, actually. Ooh. The gears are turning in my mind. I'm very much looking forward to that, but that will be a thing for another time. So, if you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel to something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/botviking, where we do even more Factorio. Currently, we're playing Pioneers over there. Also, a whole bunch of RimWorld. Dwarf Fortress will be coming soon, so we're going to be putting that on that. And XCOM 2 we just finished. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing evening, and until next time, see you around!